Hey guys, I got another vintage collection mail haul for you. I apologise, I've been doing a lot of these recently, but I can't help it. The packages keep rolling in, and I love showing off my new toys, so that is what I've been doing. But this should be the last one for at least a couple of months, I think. But before I get into the unboxing, please indulge me while I plug outerrimcollectibles.com.au. I've got some very exciting news for Aussie collectors. We've just received Wave 2 of the Black Series Archive line. They're in stock now. We've got the Scout Trooper, Darth Maul, Anakin Skywalker, and Yoda. So very happy to finally have these in stock. And we've also got a discount coupon or code that you can apply during checkout to get 10% off your first order. And as you can see there, the code is first order 10. So make sure you head on over to outerrimcollectibles.com.au. And from memory, this is going to be a bit of a hodgepodge of earlier figures from the earlier waves of the Return of the Vintage collection. And yeah, as you can see there, Old Man Luke from The Force Awakens. Oh, I've been hanging out to pick another one of these up. The Imperial Death Trooper from Rogue One. Dr. Aphra from, I guess what we'd used to call the Expanded Universe. I don't know what they call it now, comics, whatever. Enfys Nest from Solo. The Rey Island Journey exclusive. I can't remember. I think that was a Walmart exclusive in the US originally. And then young Han Solo from Solo. Two more. The Range Trooper from Solo. And then Cassie and Andor from Rogue One. Okay, so first up I'll give you a look at the Rey Island Journey Walmart exclusive, and also 3 of the 4 new figures from Wave 2 of the Return of the Vintage collection. So yeah, first up, Rey Island Journey, and I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know if that's a photoshopped image or not, or I don't think that's a scene shot from the movie, or maybe a promotional shot or something like that. I don't know, maybe it is photoshopped, but yeah, she's VC 122. Obviously didn't show up here at retail in Australia. Nothing after Wave 1 did, and I did manage to finagle a loose version of this figure from the Evil Bay. So here she is. Yeah, I think the head sculpt is okay. This is obviously pre-photo real face printing technology that they're applying to the latest 3.75 inch figures. So yeah, like I said, yeah, it is what it is. Another Rey, just what we needed. I guess I like the soft goods sort of cloak. And yeah. Okay, onto the Wave 2 figures. So I picked up this wave online from Honkers, Hong Kong, nearly a year ago. I made a video on it back then, and I hate this card. This is the worst. I think of the Return of the Vintage collection, this is the worst card image ever. That is horribly photoshopped, and it just looks Scheitenhausen. So yeah, I picked up this wave nearly a year ago, and I like to keep all my vintage collection figures carded, but also I like to have a loose version of the figures as well, because they're normally pretty good. And so I cracked open that Wave 2 thinking, yeah, they should turn up at retail in Australia in the next week or two. It's been nearly a year, and they have never shown up at retail here in Australia. Nothing after Wave 1 has, so there you go. Alright, so this figure, I don't know about the head sculpt. Again, maybe it's the painting on the eyes and that sort of stuff. The figure looks nice enough. Seems to have decent articulation. But yeah, it's a character from a movie that me personally I don't care about, so meh. And then next up we have another character from Solo, Enfys Nest, and another photoshopped card, which is not as bad as the Han Solo one, but still not great. And I like the design of her character. Oops, sorry, spoiler alert. Enfys Nest is a 16-year-old girl. Yeah. I like the design of the look of the character and all that sort of stuff. And she is VC 125. So yeah, cool looking character, armor, costume, whatever you want to call it. It would have been nice, especially given that it's supposedly a premium collector style character figure. Removable helmet would have been good. I do like the double ply cape. That's pretty cool. Black on one side, orange on the other. That looks nice. Well done. Soft plastic on the lower robes top there. It does have those things, whatever those are, on her wrists. You can swap them out to show them opened or closed. And she's got her vibro blade. So again, yeah, it is what it is. And then the last of these first 4 figures is the Imperial Death Trooper. Now, I love this card image. This was back when they were using the wider bubbles though for all figures. So we lost a bit of the image there on the card, but it still looks pretty good. Probably my favourite card from Wave 2, and I gave my original version of this away. I think it was for a 500 subscriber giveaway prize. Again, thinking that these would show up at retail, in the not too distant future, and of course they never did. VC 127. So I never thought I was going to find another one of these guys again on card for a reasonable price, but I did. And this loose one I have is the original release of this figure from the vintage collection. As far as I can tell, it's exactly the same figure, same paint, all that sort of stuff. Really cool. It's the specialist version with the shoulder pauldron and the ammo pouches on the other shoulder and all that sort of stuff. I really like this figure. It's maybe a little bit scrawny, maybe a little bit skinny, but it's still pretty good. The articulation is not bad. As you can see there, you can get these guys in some really cool weapon holding poses. So yeah, not a bad little 3.75 inch trooper figure. Okay folks, now we're on the home stretch, and I'll give you a look at the range trooper next. Again, another photoshopped image on the card. What else? I don't have this guy loose. I only have the 5 POA version. So as you can see there, Solo logo, dual languages in the name pill, which, as I'm sure you know by now, I hate, and I'm sure a lot of collectors hate. This is VC 128, but the figure looks really cool. Like I said, I don't have a loose version of the vintage collection version to share with you, but I do have the 5 POA version. So looks like the head, they've used the same head, they've just weathered it more for the vintage collection version. As for the other parts, I can't tell if they're using some of the, obviously they're not using the same arms and legs because they have extra articulation in the vintage collection version, but the other parts I can't tell. They sort of look similar, but not, it's whatever. It's obviously, aside from the articulation, a far superior version to the 5 POA version. So I have to try and get a couple of these guys loose. Dr. Aphra, as I said in my initial video review of this carded figure. I don't know a lot about Dr. Aphra, and I still don't know a lot about Dr. Aphra. They've got her on a Star Wars card. It would have been nice if they had, like they did in the original Vintage Collection, put these expanded unit. Well, it's not really expanded universe characters anymore, but they had specific expanded character universe logos to use for these figures. VC 129. Yeah, and I don't know about the character. As a figure, looks pretty cool. A lot of detail in the sort of head cap, skull cap thing with the goggles and earmuffs and all that going on, and then the rest. Yeah, it's a pretty cool character. I can't remember what those markings are on her arm. I know they're not tats, it's some sort of technology. I can't remember what it is though. She's sort of got the Corellian pants thing going on, and also that sort of style of jacket. Looks a little bit like a cowboy or cowgirl. So yeah, really nice figure. Another Black Series 3.75 inch repack, Captain Cassie and Andor. But I mean, I'm not unhappy to see this figure on a vintage card. Obviously, I'd like to see new figures, but I really liked. I was able to pick this figure up when it was originally released in the Black Series, and I immediately liked it. Pretty good likeness for the scale, and just a cool looking figure. Great articulation. So yeah, this loose version is the Black Series version, which as far as I can see is exactly the same as the Vintage Collection version. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good likeness in the head sculpt for Diego Luna, and they've got the hair draping down over the face and all that sort of stuff. Got his beard, and yeah, sort of got that Corellian, again, got the Corellian looking jacket with the stripes down the side and that sort of thing. Got the military cargo pants type thing, and just a really well done figure. So last up we have Luke, Old Man Luke, from his appearance. Well, the card says The Last Jedi, but I guess we first saw him briefly in The Force Awakens. But again, this is another repack of a Black Series figure. Was it necessary to get this figure on a vintage card? Probably not. At least, not as soon as we did. You can see the image there on the card. He's holding the lightsaber, his old lightsaber hilt. Would have been nice to get one of those as an accessory, I guess. So yeah, this loose version again is the original Black Series version, and I've slightly modified it. The string that ties the cloak around his neck, well, it did originally come in two pieces, and yes, I guess you were supposed to tie that in a knot to hold it on. I cut one side off and super glued the other side across to hold it in place. If anyone has been successful in tying a knot in those two little pieces of string, please leave a comment down below. Is it a good likeness to Old Man Mark Hamill? I don't know. Probably looks a bit more like Old Man Kurt Russell to me, but there you go. Alright guys, I think that'll just about do it for this video. Like I said, that should be the last Vintage Collection mail haul video for a while. I think I'm just about caught up on the return of the Vintage Collection. Probably only missing a few of the store exclusives like the Lando Skiff Guard and Han Solo Stormtrooper. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to pick them up one day. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and as I said earlier, if you're an Aussie collector and you're looking for wave 2 of the Black Series 6-inch archive line, head on over to outerrimcollectibles.com.au. And as always, may the Force be with you.